All right, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, because we do have a literally an around the world gathering with us today. As you can see, my name's Bridget. I am based in Manchester in the UK, which is the north west of the country, originally from Paul in Dorset 15 years ago. I've been running bricks and mortar businesses in Paris for over 20 years. I had become a mother of three, and somebody came and spoke to me about this business. I just sold my previous business. I was looking for something else that I could provide for me and my family, and also to have more financial independence. I had never done anything like this before in my life, and I suppose what there were certain things that made me say yes. First of all, of course, I validated the offer, the products, but ultimately it was the business model that made me decide to take it very, very seriously, as I saw it as an opportunity to scale across the world, have a recurring residual income without any personal investment, which was apart from time and effort, of course, and that for me was enough cooperative components for me to decide, as I say, to take it seriously. And here we are, 15 years later. I have an organization which spans in over 20 countries around the world, soon to be 21 with India. And we are so excited because it's almost like I'm starting all over again with this amazing opportunity. So if you're watching this either live or on replay, this is a historic, and I'm not being dramatic, historic and monumental moment for this expansion to this extraordinary market. All right, so just very briefly before we go into the details, we really, as business owners, no matter what we're thinking of doing, has to be aligned with what we call the global mega trends. This isn't a fad that's going to, last for 6 months and then go out of fashion and then something else comes in. That's not a way to build business, because business, if it's going to be long-term and sustainable, it has to be with trends that are long-term and sustainable. So what are we looking at here? Internet of Things and artificial intelligence. Well, that isn't something that we were talking about literally almost on an hourly basis even 2 years ago, and yet here we are today. It enters every single thread of our business conversations, and this company is right on the trend of that, having partnered up with Full Power AI and Infosys, which is one of the world's leading digital and innovative platforms in that sector as well. Then the beauty and wellness industry. It generates at the moment right, worldwide about 1 trillion US dollars in revenue, and it is in a very, very big growth. So we know, as one of my favorite quotes, even in times of crisis, women still buy lipstick. It's a recession-proof business. That's what I'm trying to say here. And it's particularly because as we start to, I feel we start to grow in all this digital technology and these tools, that people want to be well, they want to feel well, they want to have peace of mind, alongside this incredibly fast-moving world that we live in. So the two almost diametrically opposed, but seem to be growing at the same pace. And then how is all that distributed? How is that organized? Well, through social commerce, the gig economy, two massive trends where people are wanting not just to make additional income, but they want to leverage their social media. They want to leverage the internet to have an efficient business that allows them to be non-location dependent. So a long time ago, 41 years, there were three young, innovative business people who had an idea about building a company that was all of the good and none of the bad. They called it Nu Skin, which means nutrition for the skin. And here we are 41 years later with a company that expands in 48 markets around the world. India will be the 49th, publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange. They do about $2 billion a year in revenue, and we have 60 in-house scientists, which that didn't actually mean much to me in the beginning, because I was like, okay, well, I've tried the products, they work well on my face, and great, they've got all these scientists. What I didn't realize later on, of course, that's actually quite exceptional, because most companies will outsource, but these are in-house, and that allows us to have really, really high quality, innovative and results-driven products that are incredibly authentic. They're very, very rich in integrity, and the provenance of the products, the way they're built and all the rest of it is very, very traceable. So that allows us to have huge credibility in the marketplace. All right, briefly, let's have a look at India. Everybody knows these numbers pretty much. I'm not going to read them all out, but India is now officially the biggest country in the world. And our demographic, the age of people that we particularly work with are under the age of 35. Now, I do not fit into that category, but nonetheless, a lot of my team do. And so there are around about 1 billion people in India who are under 35. They're incredibly tech savvy. They are people who understand business, a lot of them, and these are the people that we want to really, really, collaborate with and help move forward, being a force for good, doing well whilst doing good in India, and there's never been a time like it. So what about the products? Okay, so this is really, really important. It's all very well having this powerful vehicle, but what are the products we're going to be recommending? I do apologize. This slide is a little bit blurry, and it's only since I've, enlarged it, I can see that, but I'll do my best to explain. So one of the things that we realized is that India is a very price sensitive market, and it's also a market that is clearly divided. When in the beauty and wellness industry, around about 74% is the wellness side, around about sort of 11, 12, 13% is on the beauty side. I've got the numbers in a minute, I'll show you. So what we wanted was a very balanced portfolio where we could come to the market and have something for everyone, with products that are incredibly good value, starting at $6, right going through to our premium range, which will be specifically for people that take their health and beauty very, very seriously. And along the way, that also includes a range to work with professionals, salon owners, spas, clinics, massage therapists, those kind of things as well, because we really, really need something for everyone. And if my memory serves me correctly, there are a lot of salons, and going to the salon is very, very much part of Indian culture. And we've loved learning about this, haven't we, Bridget? About how what life is like out there. So we feel very blessed to be part of this adventure, just for that alone. And so we have a very big comprehensive wellness sector. So, oh, here we are. Here are the numbers. 74% of Indians say they take nutritional supplements and they're essential. Okay, especially since COVID, there's been a huge shift all over the world in terms of people being much more cognizant of their health and well-being. And of course, we come in as, adding value to that sector of the market. I did not know this, but apparently 63% of Indians are trying to lose weight, or they want to manage their weight. And immune support is absolutely essential to have a healthy life. So here we are adding value in so many areas with our product portfolio, which is manufactured in India. The ingredients are sourced in India, and obviously all the distribution channels are built for India. So this is something where we're going to be very in market. Obviously, it's a big enough market for us to be able to do that, and we're really coming in with something that's going to be very uplifting for everyone. So the beauty and personal care market is the fourth biggest in the world. Again, that's something I did not know. The biggest skin care concern in India is skin brightening. And so we do have a specific range for skin brightening, but we have not compromised on the integrity of the products and the ingredients, so that they will be beneficial to the skin and not just results driven to the skin. So this, and also I talked about the premium range. I'm going to go into that a little bit more detail now. The premium range is, funnily enough, the part of the market that is growing the fastest. It's outpacing the mass range, it's sort of like the lower price products. So this is something that's very interesting, and it's only over the course of time and doing our due diligence and research that we've realized that this is really something that people are investing in. So core nutrition, 74% of the wellness market here in India. We're going to be coming in and really adding value to people's lives through our core nutrition and wellness products. Not only that, we are launching it with our new and latest device, Prism IO. And Prism IO is a miniaturized technology which in 15 seconds will be able to tell someone whether they are absorbing their supplements correctly or not. Not only that, if the results from the supplements are not shown to improve in 90 days with the Prism IO, we offer a full money back guarantee to our clients. So this is a complete game changer. It's called biohacking. We've been working with a technology called the biophotonic scanner for over 20 years. There's only about 5,000 of them in the world. But the company did in collaboration with some digital tech companies, that they fed those 26 million scans that they've done in those 20 plus years into an AI algorithm, and they were able to miniaturize, as I said, this technology. So every single person who wants one will be able to have their own measurement device instead of having to go to a clinic or a spa or a gym to get measured. So this is a game changer business-wise, because we anticipate by 2030 we will have 10 million people who are using the Prism IO in conjunction with ordering supplements on a monthly basis, which have a money back guarantee. So we can see adding value, making a difference, proving our results, and working at the highest levels of excellence all the way along. So the premium range in terms of our products and technologies, we're going to have two technologies going into India for the skin, and then the Prism IO, which is the third technology. So we're going to be really focused on pure ingredients, a lot of plant-based ingredients, and skin brightening as well. And the device you can see at the bottom here is our #1 beauty bestseller, which is the LumiSpa IO. Now, this will be used a lot in salons. We've been testing it in India, in the salons. The salon owners, big salon owners, absolutely love it, and they're going to be looking forward to incorporating it there. This is our salon branding. As you can see, it's very on point, it's very modern. And the second device that you can see here on the left, which is the Galvanic Spa. This is, so the LumiSpa is used daily. So what we're going to be able to do in the salons is use it in the treatments, but also people can buy one and take one home with them. The Galvanic Spa is something you use maybe twice a week. It's very targeted for lines, wrinkles, and we have a special skin brightening serum that we're going to be using with the Galvanic as well. It works with a certain technology that drives the products into the lower layers of the dermis non-invasively and brings startling results. And we have some incredible before and afters already. So we're very, very excited about that range. We do not have a salon range here in the UK or in America. So you guys are super spoiled, and I'm a little bit jealous, I have to say. So just a little bit more information about that Prism, and here we can see this is the old in inverted commas biophotonic scanner that we've used now for over 20 years. Initially, it was developed for age-related macular deficiency using Raman spectroscopy, which is Nobel Prize-winning technology. But as I said, we're now it's about the size of a hockey puck. You just hold it in your hand, put your finger on the top, and then all the results are then fed into an app, which you download for free on your phone. So, I mean, we're using these things all the time, whether it be an Apple Watch or an Oura Ring or, sort of even, smart scales, those kind of things. But to have one of these but we can't measure anything on the inside yet, but we can with the Prism IO. And I think that's going to be we know it's going to be a complete game changer. All right, just to finish. Here are the average incomes that have been published for 2024 earned in the US. So I like to think of this business in two forms. We have the one on the left, which is the affiliate program. The affiliate program is really very casual business where you can make extra income, $50 to $200 a month. There's no goals, no targets, no investment necessary. You can make a retail profit and some sharing bonuses. A lot of people will love to do that. They use dropship. We have very efficient dropship systems in place, and this allows people to really have flexibility. And if my memory serves me correctly, the average income for the middle class in India is somewhere between $6,000 and $36,000 US a year. So let's say somebody's making 10,000 a year. If they make an additional 1,200, so an extra $200 a month just with the dropship program, you can imagine that's going to make a real difference to a household. So I love this affiliate program. It's very simple, very fast, very efficient, very easy and fun to do. You can do it through social media. You can do it just through, through word of mouth recommendation, doesn't matter. The other side is the partner and leadership program. Now, this is where the business gets a little bit more seriously, and as a result, the average incomes do come up as much more consequential. What I normally do here, because nobody who sees this presentation for the first time will go, "Oh, I know what a Ruby partner is or a Blue Diamond director." Of course you don't. But when I saw this presentation 15 years ago, somebody showed me something very, very similar to this, and I said, okay, this looks amazing. I've been a businesswoman for t over 20 years. I'd like to know how to become a Blue Diamond director. And so I was given a roadmap, a training program, a business system that I could follow on a day-to-day basis that enabled me to become a Blue Diamond director. And so this was really something that I appreciated because having had my old businesses, I'd never had anything like this before where I had somebody to help me for free, a system that was fast, efficient, and effective, and something that I could do around my family. And a lot of people, in fact, I'd say 98% of people that start this business, they do it around a job, around a family. Shital, you're just telling us about your son going to college soon. And yeah, it's really, really important to understand it's not just a business, but it's also something that's very, very flexible and allows people to choose the way they want to do it. So what does that mean in real terms? What happens now? So we know that India is opening by the 1st of November. For everybody who is currently living in India, nothing can happen until then in terms of actual physical making sales, building business, and so on. However, we are in a pre-sales period, so I believe, what are we, 12 weeks away or something? It's a very short period of time. So what we're doing now with people who are based in India and saying, listen, you can already start having conversation with people on the ground. So when the 1st of November happens, you are ready to get started, you and your team. We're going to be doing these presentations very regularly. And in the meantime, those of us who are out of India will be preparing our sales leaders as well to do exactly the same, to get to that level of qualification that is required to go into India, because outside of India, we can't just walk in, we have to achieve a certain level of sales leadership. So that's the end of the presentation. It's very, very simple. We get people started by signing up. The account is for free. It will be the same in India. Try a couple of the products. We're going to have not a vast portfolio, but I believe we'll probably have about 25 product references to get started, but there will be more as a fast follow in the weeks and months to come. And then we're going to really get, building our customer base, building our affiliate base around the country. As Shital said, the first distribution sector is going to be in Mumbai. But there will be other parts of the country as well as a fast follow, and I believe that Bangalore will probably be very, very fast because I know it's a very tech-based city, and apparently it's absolutely amazing. And that famous tennis player, Bopana, comes from there, doesn't he? Yes. So there's lots to happen, and I've been through this. Is a little bit fast, but hopefully you picked up a few interesting things along the way.